What can I do?
Increase our max HP by 10. Yeah, sure. That's okay. We have a few card scraps as well, but I don't think that's enough to really do anything at the Master of Arms, but I do want to buy a card removal. Let's see. What is bad? Promotion is pretty bad. Whispers in the Wind is actually surprisingly bad, considering how OP it was for the Summoner. Resurrected Wyom or Abomination Cooker. We can summon a Wyom with the Synergy, so I could see the Resurrected Wyom card. But I think I'm gonna go for the promotion right now. We can't afford to buy a new card, right? Card pick? No. Yeah, nothing to do here. We have a few people to talk to. We have something for the scientist.
You tell her about the older man you met whose legs are somehow merged with the fire. She listens to your description and suddenly gasps with joy.
So you say that this guy is merged with the flame, and that it repels the weirdness, like a menhir or a weird cat. Splendid. You need to bring me a sample. His legs are like roots, you say? Then bring me a sample of the bark, or whatever it is that they're made of. His veins might be interesting. Maybe we could improve our menhir, or come up with other forms of protection, or...
She blushes as she meets your gaze.
and help this poor soul, of course. Release him from this curse. Yes, obviously.
I like her. Item drop chance? Sure, might as well. Spend our golden token somehow. The items aren't that great yet, but they're still helpful from time to time. If I use them a bit more often. Nothing to talk about with you. I don't think we have anything to talk about with you either. And oh, yeah.
Hard at work when you approach him.
Yeah, we have to do this talk, huh?
So, how was it? Did it work? Wait, we should call Hildy over. She wanted to know too.
Before he has a chance to move, you notice that Hilda's standing right there with you.
Oh, hi. I was just passing by. So, tell us the good news. Did it work?
Wayland looks both concerned and filled with hope, both expressions battling for dominion of his face.
She's not human and she's not a witch, but somehow she was feeding on you.
She... what? This cannot be.
You explain that she must have been some kind of a weird spawn. Yes, she was conscious and sane, but still not human.
My silence? A weird spawn? I cannot believe it. A weird spawn? I've been in love with a weird spawn?
Hilda takes out a vial containing a green potion and flings it at the blacksmith. As the vial cracks, a shimmering smoke emerges. The man instantly passes out and falls to the floor.
Nothing to be done now. We just need to wait. Don't worry. I'll take care of him.
What did you just do? We completed a quest at least.
You see Hilda and Wayland in front of the forge, chatting and laughing together.
It's all right now. He's come to his senses.
Yes, thanks again. To both of you. It's all right now. I can't change the past, but at least I can have hope for the future.
You notice a blush on Hilda's face, and you can swear that Wayland's voice cracks a little bit.
Okay, I'll leave you to your things. But, Wayland, Remember about my cauldron?
You'll get it. Tonight. I'll bring it after dusk.
She leaves. The blacksmith looks at you with a smile.
What can I help you with?
Aw. This is nice. Well, that's one good thing that came out of my meeting with Silence.
You tell him that you've learned about the sabotage of the other blacksmith. He lights up.
So I was right. Me work was good. Thank you. I know I told you before that I didn't care. But deep inside, I was always trying to figure out if it was my fault that the army failed. I kept wondering if I was to blame. Now, thanks to you, I've regained me honor. Please, here, let me try to make it up to you. Here.
Special card unlocked. Buy the special card for 75 wealth. Hard Steel. Offer 25% damage and gain 75 armor for 3 turns. 75 armor for 3 turns is pretty good. I think I'll take this. Offer 25% damage. Does that mean we don't get it back after these 3 turns? If so, that might be a little worse, but we'll have to see. We have to try it out eventually, so... Yeah, not much money left. We've talked to everyone we needed to talk to, and I would head into the next area. But first, I'm gonna take a quick break and eat something. I'll get something to eat and then I'll be right back. So, see you guys in just a few minutes. Okay, I have my food ready now. So yeah, well, I'm gonna continue once I'm done eating. But so far, I'm still pretty much at a loss with this class. The stuff we do is working fine, but I can't really see how we deal with the second or even the third boss in the game. Not quite sure where to go from here, to be honest, with the deck construction. Usually by this point, I would have a pretty clear idea of how I could scale up my damage and defense and deal with stronger enemies. But for now, it feels like I can only hope to find good passives that help me achieve this. So, yeah. Not sure. If we could gain additional runestone slots, maybe with Polish Girl we could make a big difference. But I guess we just have to see what cards we find and if we can build around them in a meaningful way. Didn't the bard have a name? Well. Well, we'll continue very soon. Oh yeah, I know what might help me. The mastery. At level 10 we gain a special passive. And at level 20 again. So these might make a big difference. Maybe we find a good way to scale our damage from them. That could certainly be the case. The boss is in the corner of the map, but pretty close to a milestone. This milestone here, while quite central, I'm not sure is really of much value to us. If we boost it, I mean. Okay, that was a nice meal. Sorry for the interruption of the gameplay, but I haven't eaten dinner yet when I started the stream, so the break was kind of inevitable. Yeah. So I feel like we might boost this stone anyway. That can't really be worth it, can it? That's the problem. Well, if we get 2 fights out of it, that might be good enough. Let's go with the wheel candle though. And I think there's the treasure guardian. I don't want to start over on that side then. I'm gonna move in that direction instead. Oh, oops. Went a bit too close there. Okay. This is an annoying fight. Uh-oh. Lose 100 armor. If we gain 75, that is less of a problem, I suppose. How do we deal with these enemies? Soul Harvester is attacking their allies. Ah, they now have a different intent sign, so that's helping. These guys get stronger each time they receive a hit. This is troublesome. How do we deal with a fight like that? Stun all the enemies for now? Well, stun the Soul Harvester, that isn't bad. Definitely summon the A-bomb. I think we also use the synergy, hopefully upgrading the A-bomb. Nice. And then buff it up. Shamanic knowledge just for the barrier, that doesn't really seem worth it. Offer 25% damage. Well, we have to find out. Yeah, it's just decreased for 3 turns. I don't know why it says offer there, while almost no other card uses that for damage reductions. Yeah, we should be fine keeping this this golem alive. The incoming hits aren't too bad. I wanna transform this worm. Let's keep activating our abomination to scale it up. Heal our golem. Get some barriers. I don't think we whispers this turn. Face keeping the golem up, I like it. Damage is definitely scaling up. It's too late for Deprivation Curse to really do anything. I think we sack the Fae now. Gain the extra energy. Do we Lich? I think it's time to enter Lich form here. Power Drain. Duplicate the energy wave. Play a Hell Rain. Shocking Grasp kills you, and then Tonk kills you. Nice. Level 8. Marking. Place redirect effect on an enemy for 2 turns. I really like that. Sacrifice a minion, promote all other minions. Do we care about that? I don't think we cared about that too much. I think we want marking. Redirect allows us to focus our damage. If you start the turn with max ultimate charges, gain 5 barrier. I guess that's fine. If your minion was killed, draw an additional card next turn. I wonder if that works with sacrifice effects. Add 1 new card to the Lich's deck, Intimidation. I am not a huge fan of that card. We sometimes... yeah, I like the recharge. It's gonna help with our defense. It will take a while until we get to max ultimate charges, but it's not uncommon that we just keep the charges around until we eventually just use the Lich to finish the fight.
The shrine has faint traces of power lingering in the air. A priestess materializes out of the weirdness and asks what it is that you're looking for.
Let's perform the ritual.
You feel a strange power rising around you.
Hi Chris, welcome.
Over the altar, or is it just a trick of the light?
Additional legendary card at the altar. Get 2 legendary cards. Tempting. We don't need healing.
The priestess gazes at you with a blank stare.
Oh right, we can't afford the
You realize
legendary
that
cards. They cost
despite her
200, right?
phantasmal appearance, the payment for her
Yep. Can we leave the shrine alone and use it later? We can. Then I guess that's what we do. Well, the boss is definitely in range of this milestone, and that fight over there might just be in range too.
as the flick.
Yep, definitely works out for the boss. Good. 2 rants and a mindbender summoning. Mirror images. Let's summon a worm. Another worm. We can kill the other worm off, so it's a bit worse. Let's go with the deep reserves. Do want to play a deprivation curse. And then... well, I want some barrier, at least. Sack the worm. Protect our golem, and then go for as many worm activations as we can get. Yeah, I'm also gonna invoke a Fae and sacrifice some health. That Fae is gonna heal me back up anyways. And having the barrier on my minions could help a bit. There's also barrier on me, of course. Do we need to focus target someone down? Yeah, I guess focus targeting you is pretty useful. Let's do the sack for the card draw. Activate the worm. Heal up our golem and gain some more barrier. I could also throw out the hard steel right now. Yeah, actually, let's do this. It means I don't take as much damage from my own minions at the very least. Sack another Fae for the draw. And it's time to finish it as a Lich. Tongue of Fire doesn't work. With cost reduction, we need to keep that in mind. Let's use a Power Steel before we use it. Okay. Invocation. Activate all minions 2 times. That is quite good. Sacrifice a minion. Permanently reduce the armor of all enemies by 20. Why does this say permanently reduce instead of reduce until the end of combat? Promote a minion by 2 levels. If we want any promotion, that could be it, but I think I want the invocation instead. We can promote with our fairies.
What am I doing here? Well, looking for resources, obviously. Here, look what I found recently.
He hands you a round object filled with light. The moment you touch it, it blends into your hand, and you feel a strange power rising inside you.
5 armor. Certainly don't mind that even a tiny bit. It's really nice. Is that another blood altar? It looks like it. Phase shifters. Lose 25 armor for 2 turns or lose 75% damage next turn. The damage is less of a problem, I think. That's on a whim. Can promote it, so let's sack it immediately. Protection for the golem. Do I want to synergize? I think so. And then we get our reduced cost card. Kind of want barrier actually. Otherwise I'm taking quite a bit of damage to my own minions. Especially with this Fae being at level 5. Let's focus down the Mindbender first. I wish I could promote you before I... we might be able to... Not really, no. Oh, Deprivation Curse is good here. Reduced our max health. Am I going for hard steel? Why is my damage this low? Must have been an enemy debuff. Might as well lower it even further. And gain the 75 armor. You're still marked. This is a slight problem because that means we can't easily take down the Stalker. Let's invoke. Okay, that does the job. It's time to sack the Fae. I want the extra energy from a ethereal Fae. Let's mark one of you. And I think I'm not gonna use the shamanic knowledge right now. I could enter Lich, but no, I don't think that's that great. I'm not doing a ton of damage against these enemies is the problem. Let's go with an air bomb. Maybe that one does a little better. I'm gonna draw. Well, make you undead. Play a ritual. Do we wanna mark an enemy at all? Doesn't really seem critical. Let's play a ritual. Heal the golem and gain some more barrier. I'm gonna keep my ultimate charge around. That will grant us some extra barrier every turn. Sure, we can use a ghoul. Lose 2 energy, increase damage of all enemies. The increased damage is not a huge deal right now. Do we want to keep the golem around, or do we want to activate them? We could also just sack the ghoul, get the hit out of it, and replace it with something stronger later. Well, like a Fae. 5 HP to invoke a Fae seems like a fair deal. How do we only heal 2 when we invoke a Fae? Shouldn't the Fae heal 6? I'm gonna report this as a bug. Invoking a Fae as a Necromancer only seems to heal you by 2 instead of the expected 6. See title. Bug report sent. They have fixed a bunch of bugs already, so I am pretty sure that it's worth reporting these. It might be worth at least. Well, we managed to remove your barrier. That is nice. Now it's time to go for the kill with our A-bomb. I have too many minions out right now. Let's heal up Golem. Actually, we can just end this as a Lich, right? We might have to reduce your armor first. And let's do a health raise. Ah, there we go. Okay, time for masteries. Druid's Curse. This turn all enemies lose 50 armor and 50% damage. We're not really bursting the enemy on individual single turns, so that might not be great. Heal a minion to full HP. The minion gains 25 barrier. That is nice, but we already have the Restoration, which is an ability. And another synergy to invoke a Fae and a Worm. That might be good in the long term. I'm gonna pick it. I'm not super excited. In Lich form, 3 new offensive cards, 100% damage. ... Hunger. Deal 1 hit for 100% damage, return 3. Ghastly Race. Deal 3 hits for 75% damage to random enemies, return 3. And Ghastly Wave. Deal 1 hit for 50% damage to all enemies, return 3. No? These all seem pretty basic. Like, the Lich cards we already have are much more useful than this. But the 100% damage is the important part of that. Leech form. On minion or enemy death, create 10 HP barrier on all allies. That is nice. Path of Death. On minion or enemy death, deal 1 hit for 100% damage to all enemies with 50% lifesteal. We take it, I think. 50% lifesteal, 1 hit for 100% damage. That's about 12, 15, something in that area. And then we heal for half the damage dealt. Path of Death description is confusing, is it? I think this one is pretty clear. Cracked Man. Every turn increase everyone's damage by 10%. Every turn increase everyone's armor by 5. Increasing everyone's damage is better for me than the enemies because I double dip on damage increases. My minions gain bonus damage and I gain bonus damage, and that's multiplicative. So Crack Man might actually be a good way to scale our damage if we can keep up with the scaling damage of the enemies.
These crystals.
Let's sacrifice at a blood altar. Ooh. The prices have changed. It might now be worth sacrificing HP for a level up. We could also remove a card. I thought they wouldn't hate that. I don't think I want the max HP. Not if they're the most expensive. What card would we remove? We don't have many ways to gain barrier right now, so I don't want to remove the barriers. Rituals are kind of key. Dark Rites is ideal. Deprivation Curse, still pretty good. Whispers in the Wind is pretty bad in this class. We could get rid of the Resurrected Worm now that we have Synergy. And I wouldn't hate that. But I think I'll go for the level up instead. Self-awareness. At the start of each turn, promote the minion. I don't think that's really that good. We can... Well, I guess we can cancel out the loss of levels. We could pick another Deep Reserves, but I don't think I need a second one. Feel like we want to reroll here. Animated Abomination. Abomination at level 5. Or activate 2 random minions. Random though. We often have a bunch of minions out. Our fairies are not great if activated. Our golem... yeah. Also not great. Abomination at level 5. That does kind of make sense. I'll take it. It's basically two promotions baked into it. That should be good enough. You know what? I'm actually gonna fight the Treasure Guardian now. And then come back from this side. I'm gonna head to the Treasure Guardian. Pop our weird candles. 2 of them, in fact. I am a bit worried about this Treasure Guardian. How do we deal with perverted life forces? How do we deal more than 50 damage in a hit? We basically have to demolish their armor. Let's protect our golem. Gain 200% damage this turn. That doesn't matter. The 50 armor does. Let's use the synergy. Kinda wanna be able to play Invocation, and we can get there if we play 2 more 0-cost cards. Maybe I do play the Tainted Force. Well, it's not bad focusing on a single target here. They have... what is their damage limit? 50, yes. It also works if we hit them 3 times in a single turn? 5 times in a single turn. We might be able to do that. We will... yeah, that will actually be quite easy. I'm actually gonna play the Deprivation Curse now. And then sloth out the invocation, but first play a Shamanic Knowledge. Maybe that wasn't so smart. Because now I have 2 huge Fae. And what are they really gonna do for us? Right now. We managed to get that life force vulnerable. Oh well. Yeah, with the 75% armor, it's not really a big deal that these Faes are huge. Oh, that buff comes back, I see. Let's sack the large Fae. That was a huge hit from our lifesteal one. The lifesteal power. Hit for 60. We can't really do much except just gather some barrier, I suppose. Well, I guess with the focus target we can deal with these enemies pretty well. We spawn the golem. I should sacrifice the Fae. Mark you so we can finish you off, hopefully, with the invocation. That should work out. We're getting a lot of ultimate charges at least, but maybe I'm summoning too many Fae. Animated abomination at level 5 immediately. Let's sacrifice it as well, so we can start scaling. We needed to scale quite a bit, right? I want to play the hard steel, probably not. Let's mark one of you. That makes it much easier for us to take that one down. I think it's time to sack the golem for draw. Keep activating you. Throw out an invocation. And I think we have to finish the final one as a lich. Maybe with the 50% damage next turn. Do the ghouls go in our discard pile? Yes, they do. So we're basically crashing our deck. I don't like that. You are actually now dealing enough damage to win us this fight. We don't have to use the lich here. Whew! We managed to beat the Treasure Guardian.
You found when you filled your
Weapon slot or armor slot? I think weapon slot is what we want. And I think we use a Polished Girl for just 50% damage at all time. Or we could use a man. That wouldn't be terrible either. Let's try it out. I want to see how it works with the minions. Squire. Doesn't seem like the flute does anything special against the rats. That's good. Abomination early. Let's protect the golem. Sack the A-bomb. Activate it. Throw out the curse. Don't think I want to draw. I'll just gain some barrier. Let's go for a shamanic knowledge. This time the face seemed to heal 4. And it also promoted itself. This is nice. I think we want to keep that around. Let's get a Wyom out as well. Looks like we are doing just fine. Sack the Wyom, then invoke for the win. I shouldn't win with invocation, it just slows everything down because the full animation goes off. Animated Wyom, no. Promote all minions, definitely no, because we can promote our ethereal minions. Hi Duke, welcome! Immobilization, stun all enemies, that can be quite useful. I think I'll pick that. Add a new card, Poisonous Path. Stun all enemies and reduce their armor by 20 until the end of combat. Now that is pretty nice. Minions activate one last time before being sacrificed. Increase the Lich's armor by 25. I like the Infernal Invocation. That is especially good with Fae. Not so much with Golems. And the damage minions just don't do much damage before they are sacrificed.
Strange man. You remember something the Master at Arms told you about?
Oh?
The banner of his former lord. The damned 8 stars on a burgundy background flag.
Oh yes,
This
8-star
is the
Warwick.
exact emblem you saw on the remains of a shield carried by a man you met.
I've noticed your emblem. Could you tell me more about it?
No, I can't. All I can say is that it's meant to remind me of the kingdom I am. The kingdom I need to surpass with the one I'll build. Getting to more important things, do you have any rune stones for me?
Get a passive skill. Requires 1 runestone in inventory. Or gain some wealth. Passive skill seems nice. Which runestone do we give away? Cracked Tear is one I'm usually not too attached to. Gain 100% more wealth from every encounter. Yes, yes, that is very nice. Okay, let's move on. What was I thinking about? Maybe we should make sure we have useful items here. Tome of Knowledge, for example. Stack Father's Charm, maybe not right now. Let's put the Talking Skull in it instead. Where's my A-bomb? I want to draw, so I will sacrifice my golem here. Sure, synergy is fine. We need some defense. Soul Harvester, you should be our primary target for sure. I need some defense. Actually, I should be activating the golem instead of giving me barrier, because that gives everyone barrier. And it has just kept my Fae alive. Kinda wanna invoke first to promote my Necrowium. Doesn't matter that much. Yeah, the promotion doesn't matter. Well, Soul Harvester down, that is very nice. Yeah, this is the Necromancer. Yeah, I think we use the ritual here. Mm-hmm. Let's replace this ghoul with Nabom. Although that is apparently not necessary. Great Pathfinder run? Nice. I've played this class a little bit in my own time, but didn't get very far yet. The run is still ongoing. The witch. Ooh.
Okay, what if we're all... What could it be?
Is it removals? It has to be, right? It could be a stat boost. It could honestly be a stat boost. What would we remove? We would remove maybe a barrier. Maybe. Probably the whispers. Almost definitely the bomb. Probably the worm. And maybe a ritual?
Sometimes
Yeah, that's good enough. This time, let's select all the cards before we hit accept. Resurrected, Abomination, and Worm. We can summon the Worms with Synergy. We can summon a Abomination with the animated one. And for the Abomination, the level does matter. We could honestly cut the Hard Steel. I just wanted to see it. It's not really that good in our deck. We could cut the Protection, but it's okay. It's pretty decent for our Golem. I'm gonna cut the Barrier. I'm gonna cut the Whispers. And I think I will actually cut the Hard Steel. That was very nice. And we should easily be able to heal back up with the passives and stuff we have. Oh, there's the Florist. Haven't seen them in a while. Hi Claudio, welcome. So, what do we do here? Summon a worm? Yeah. Use Synergy to summon a Fae and a worm. We do need to keep ourselves alive. Right now. We are taking some damage here otherwise. If we don't barrier. Definitely sacrifice the worm so we can actually start dealing some damage. Nice of you to check out my stream, by the way. We can focus on someone. I think we should focus on the Faceless Hunter. Or maybe the Corrupted Giant. That one is actually getting dangerous pretty quickly. I'll summon an A-bomb. We can't sacrifice it this turn, but we should be able to next turn. I'm gonna use Shamanic Knowledge for Barrier. And then once we kill enemies, we will start healing back up with our... what was it called? Path of Death. Let's sack the A-bomb. Yeah, I'm just doing it as a hobby. I'm not like big or anything. And we heal to full off of that. We just heal to full with a single Path of Death activation. That talent is really, really strong, it seems. We want to invoke. Yeah, let's just use the invocation. And it should do a ton of damage to everyone. The Blood Carver might survive. But that's something we can change. There we go. Heal to full in this fight. Sign of Revenge. That would still be pretty nice on the Golem. Mystical Blood I don't think is that good. Does another marking. 25 armor and retaliation. I think I like it. Oh, another rare rune. Runestone. In weapon slot, duplicate every 15 card you played in one combat. In armor slot, increase the number of your combat slots by 1. I assume that's item combat slots. Nope. Not gonna use this one. Ah. CSGO. Yep, I know. My stepbrother also streams CSGO from time to time.
The old man is hard at work on a new design. His disturbing smile seems permanently glued to his face.
Anything I can offer you today?
Yeah, but the FPSs aren't really for me. I've tried a few of them and not quite my thing. Yeah, I've delivered your flowers.
What did she say? Please, don't keep me waiting. What did she say?
The moment you tell him she agreed to meet, but before you even have a chance to finish your sentence, he shakes your hand, bows, and disappears into the weirdness.
NPC saved. Okay. That saved him already. Nice. Didn't get a bouquet, but we made some progress. Good luck with your learning. Have a nice evening too. Host of Evil, Tainted Altar. Do we keep the weird candle up? We don't have to. And I think I won't. I'll just let it burn out. Synergy. We sack the worm. Ooh. Card number 3. Card number 4. And then invocation. We didn't gain any armor, but I'm okay with taking some damage. Because I can heal up pretty easily. Let's put the Sign of Revenge on. Also to protect. We don't need that much armor. I'm gonna heal up with the Fae here though. And then sack the A-bomb. Reduce the armor of all enemies by 10 or draw 2 cards less next turn. Sure, I'll play it. Let's get a barrier and draw a bunch of cards. Maybe we get another activation for our Wyrdness actually. Wyrdness is hitting much harder against a single target. They killed themselves by hitting our golem. Cracked calc gives me an upgrade. We now have 2 polished calcs. Maybe we can get them to the 3rd level.
As you get closer to the altar, a man in a dark robe appears out of nowhere.
You're not worthy. Go away.
You show him the ceremonial dagger you received from the worshippers of the Whisper. His tone suddenly changes.
In that case, please, feel free to use this place as you wish.
Ah, this is where we can use our livers. Get a random stat boost, remove a card from your deck, or get a random passive skill. I'm interested. Deadly Mark, add a new card to the Lich's deck, Death Mark. Mark an enemy for 3 turns, every hit it receives when marked will reduce its armor by 20 until the end of combat. That is actually pretty good against bosses, so I'm not too sad to have it. It's not one I would pick as a priority, but if I get it like this, sure, why not? I wonder if the stat boost might have been better, but I don't think I need more card removals, so I'm pretty happy with my decision to pass that one up. I kind of want to draw. Do we sack our golem to draw? Sure. That gives us a way to gain barrier. And we found an A-bomb. Who do I want to target first? The middle one is clearly the most dangerous. Yeah. I want to target them. Deprivation curse? Does that even work on you? I'm not sure. Let's gain some barrier by activating our golem a few times, and then later on we sacrifice the A-bomb. Sign of Revenge and Protect are pretty useless right now that we don't have a golem. We could summon another one for sure. Draw 3 cards less. Increase armor for 2 turns of all enemies. Let's get this A-bomb thing going. I'm gonna invoke a Fae, sure. I'm gonna put the buffs on the Fae. I wasted my ore on a 0 cost card. Oops. I guess could have been worse. And let's start activating this A-bomb as often as we can. Don't want a synergy. I feel like I don't have to. I'll just summon a new golem. So we do have a tank. It's nice to have a tank. Yes, we draw less this turn. Guess it's time to stun the enemies. We can also sack the Fae now, I guess. We don't need the promotions and we're at max health. So that kind of makes sense. I shouldn't have done that mark, I guess. It's fine. We will win next turn, with or without Lich. Let's place a ghoul. Sack it. To draw cards. And then we win. Yeah. The level 5 A-bomb makes a big difference. It lasts that much longer and you can really scale up the damage much easier. Cracked Gifu. We also managed to merge these guards. If I can find another one, we could gain another damage increase. That would be quite nice indeed. Let's go for the final normal fight here. Oh, the provider. Wasn't there someone looking for those? It was the bard, right? Those might know where the bard's brother went. I'm actually pretty happy with these ethereal golems. But now with these cards, I feel like I should summon a new one. Redirect. What are you? Disease breeder. This enemy will attack random targets, including its allies. Everyone it hits will disable healing for the next turn and reduce armor. That sounds quite annoying. How much energy do we have left? Lose 25% of your current HP. I don't care. Usually this is one of the worst ones, but for the Necro this is not a big deal. Let's go with the deprivation curse, reduce their HP. And I think we want to focus down the A-bomb because it's a lot of damage on my golem. We can build up some barrier, I suppose. Actually, let's also draw. That wasn't ideal. That was far from ideal, but oh well. Actually, you will kill yourself on my golem, right? No, you didn't. Yeah, it's only one hit. It's only counted as one hit after all. Attack you, then we invoke. I love this chain reaction with Path of Death. Yeah, Necro really feels powerful now. 2 pillars. Invoke 2 golems? No. Activate a minion and draw a card? Yes. Activate all minion 2 times. I want another invocation. These are both so good. I'll take the invocation though. Every minion starts with 10 barrier. Meh. Gain an energy in lich form. Meh. 2 sides. I guess with 2 sides we could really just cut our golem, and I would be happy with that. Gain 1 energy in lich form. No, I'll take the 2 sides, and then the next chance I have to get a card removal, I am gonna try and remove our golem. We still have not a Tainted Altar, an All Mother's Altar we can use.
I've been thinking we could use some helping hands to carry our wares.
Oh?
Could I ask you to keep an eye out for people who might be able to help us during our journey?
Sure. Do you know someone named Horin?
Her voice suddenly becomes cold as ice.
Yes, I know that name. He kept saying that our journey is pointless, that we're heading for certain death, serving people we've never even seen. At some point, everyone was sick of him and our men were on edge. Tired, starving. They threatened him, saying that if he didn't stop, he'd be the next meal. Same night, he left his spear behind and disappeared. And we haven't heard from him since.
Okay.
She starts rummaging for something in her bags.
Here, that's the spear. I've no use for it. And frankly, the further away you take this token of disgrace, the better.
Phew. Do I want to buy supplies? Some of these consumables are pretty good.
These things can't hurt. Here, take a look.
An acid flask is pretty good. Reduce the target's armor by 100 for 2 turns. I might actually use one of these. Instead of the talking skull, maybe. Let's go to the All Mother's Altar. We now have the wealth to spare.
The priestess gazes. She carefully counts.
Oh, it's just 2 All Mother's blessings. I haven't seen any other legendary card yet. What was this? Blood Altar. I think we used that already. Tainted Altar. We definitely used that one. But we don't have candles, so we might as well check real quick. Yep, these are used up. I wish there was a sign for whether or not they were already used. Or maybe there is one and I just don't recognize it. No, pretty sure there isn't. Okay, Dullahan. Spear can't be used. Not like the flute. Yeah, Dullahan. I don't think there is a different legendary from the shrine. Yeah, but I thought if it gives you 2, I thought it wouldn't give you 2 of the same one, but apparently I was wrong. Oh, you are level 1, okay. That makes this, what's it called? 2 sides? Really bad. That makes it really, really bad. Because this one is just gonna die at the end of the turn. Let's put the protection on. So you are stacking poison. We need to find out damage pretty quickly. I don't wanna sacrifice this golem. I don't think that's gonna be useful. We can summon a Fae and sacrifice that. That Fae is gonna last for a while. This will summon another Fae and then we can't have any damage out. Let's use deep reserves. Still didn't find anything. Well, that is some damage. It's 500 damage against Dullahan. These things are preparing for a special attack. Well, might as well stack some barrier. I should probably start using these Allmother's Blessings, and what better point to use them than a boss fight? Summon the air bomb and sacrifice it immediately. Although I guess we could use Synergy first and try to promote it a bit beforehand, but I don't think that's really worth. Sign of Revenge seems nice. And destroying this portal will remove all poison, heal everyone in combat, increase your damage and reduce your armor. Yep. Do I summon another golem? What would that even... Oh. Yeah, I'll summon it. I'll sacrifice it pretty soon thereafter. Did we reflect any damage? Didn't look like we did. These are intending to summon. I kind of want to stop that. Let's activate you once and then twice and everyone else while we're at it. I think we have accumulated enough bonus damage that we can now focus on Dullahan. That's just 179 each activation. That's a good amount. Do we want to sack this golem? We have enough barrier now. Yeah, let's enter Lich. Wait, we lose our barrier? I want to reduce your armor. Twice. Oh, we have the new card as well, right? Wait, didn't we get a... Oh. Oh, these are in our draw. We don't get all of them. Well, let's build our barrier back up, and that's also a good amount of damage, I guess. Yeah, barrier is gone. Ah, that sucks. That's really annoying. Luckily, we should be able to find a kill here. There we go. Okay, I need to keep in mind that you lose all barrier once you enter Lich. Lich is pretty hard to use.
This feels like an echo of something that happened before. Like,
there is one card I still want to remove. The Golem. Do I? No. I'll take the passive. If you have played 2 or less cards in a turn, next turn gain 1 energy. No. Energy overflow though. The start of each combat gain 1 energy. Corrosive Atmosphere. At the start of every turn, reduce armor of all enemies by 5. That might also be good. But I think I prefer the energy. Yeah, it's time to return to the village.